Hi, this is Chris Knight. I'm going to walk you through how to import the template that sets up the teaching portfolio for you when you've got just a generic WordPress blog. This is definitely the longest and most complicated video on the site, so take your time. Feel free to rewind if you need to go through something again. In order to do this, you need a file that actually is on my blog. So this is my blog site for setting up a WordPress portfolio, and the URL's right here if you need to copy that down and go here. And I'm going to download that portfolio template file and just save it someplace convenient on my desktop because I need to upload it to WordPress in a minute. So now I have saved it, and I'm going to switch over to the WordPress home. So this is the WordPress homepage. You can get here by clicking on this big W up here. And I am logged in as my new blog, Test 6. So I'm going to go here to the My Blogs page, which shows me the ones I actually write. And here is my teaching portfolio at test6blog.wordpress.com. To get this going, I need to go to my dashboard, which is what gives me all the administrative control over the site. Here I am in the dashboard. So you'll notice because this is my first time visiting the dashboard, it sends me this welcome to WordPress.com. I actually think there's a lot of great stuff here if you want to learn more about WordPress and blogging, and I encourage you to watch it. For right now, I'm going to hide it just to save myself some space. And I'll also get rid of this update my about page business. Okay, now the next step is to import the portfolio template, and I do that over here using the Tools section. So go down to Tools, and then I select Import under Tools. And I want to import a WordPress export file. So that's right here. And then it asks me to choose a file. So I'm going to choose the file I just downloaded to my desktop, right there, and open it. And it will say upload file and import. Now it's going to say import author. It wants to attribute everything to me. Go ahead and change this to your own username and hit submit. The WordPress import function can take a few minutes, and it gives you very little feedback other than sending you an email when it's done. So now might be a good time to get yourself a tasty beverage and come back once it's done importing. Okay, I've had a cup of coffee and folded my laundry, and I got my email from WordPress saying that the import was successful. So now I'm going to go back here to my dashboard, and here I am at the dashboard homepage. And I notice I have 11 new pages in my blog, which is a good sign that the import worked. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the menus. So I go to Appearance and to Menus. There are 3 menus built into the template, and you can see the 3 of them in this menu here: Portfolio Archive, Portfolio Highlights, and Portfolio Top. I'm just going to briefly walk you through what each of them is. Portfolio Archive is a menu that points to all of the posts that you've made with specific categories. So if you want to find all of the posts that have been tagged as clinical teaching, you can use the Portfolio Archive menu to direct people to different sections of your portfolio. So these are categories. Portfolio Highlights links to the pages of these same name. And remember, the pages are things that you edit yourself. Categories just provides a list of posts. Pages are special places where you have put selected things that you think are particularly important. So that's what the Portfolio Highlights menu is for. And Portfolio Top is essentially a different way of pointing to those same pages. It's almost identical to Portfolio Highlights, it just has shorter titles and the addition of this welcome page so that it fits more conveniently across the top. So if you chose the 2012 theme, it does have a top level menu, and you can pick that menu using Manage Locations right here. So this is the top level menu, the primary menu, and to pick Portfolio Top, I say select a menu, Portfolio Top, Save Changes, and now it's set that up for me. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go over here to Widgets to customize my sidebar. So here we are in Widgets, and you notice it's already got some things configured in the main sidebar. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of its default Archives and Categories widgets, which we do by going over here, tapping on them, and then saying Delete. And I would also recommend getting rid of the Recent Comments widget, because realistically there probably won't be many comments on your blog and it just takes up space. Now I would add 2 custom menus, which are all the way down here, custom menu. Put this up here, and I'm going to put this in just below the search box. And I'm going to set this one to show portfolio highlights. And then I'm going to put in a second custom menu just below that to show portfolio archive. And I will give them those same titles. You can actually use any titles that you like here. And hitting these save buttons is important because that's what makes your changes stick. Okay, we've set up the menus and we've set up the sidebar. So the last thing is to make sure that it opens to your welcome page rather than your blog page. So to change that, we go over to the left again, and we're going to go down to the bottom where it says Settings and click on Reading and change this to a static page and select Welcome as our front page. The other thing that you can set on this page while you're here is you can set your site to be private, or you can set it to discourage search engines from searching it. I would recommend discouraging search engines at least, and if you'd like it to be private, that's also fine. Go all the way down to the bottom and hit Save Changes. Okay, now you've set up your menus, you've set up your sidebar, and you've set up your home page for your blog. So the next thing is to go and edit that page. So let's just go here to the My Teaching Portfolio homepage, and here is my welcome page, and I can say Edit, and now the edit window is open, so I can change this text to whatever I want. Why don't we just say Welcome to my spiffy new teaching portfolio, and then when I hit Update, the page updates, and I can say View the page and see my changes. So now you've finished setting up your teaching portfolio, and you can start adding things to it or customizing it with things like images. I hope you have fun with it.